Well, hey there, everybody. Today, I have what I'm going to consider a Patreon request. He would like it if I gave his favorite band in the whole world a chance. And I, being an open-minded, well-intentioned individual, am gonna spend the time to try and learn why people like Radiohead. What the is up with this band? Been around forever. They've been mainstays of the scene. I've had many people tell me about the importance that this band has played, and I literally only know them from Creep. So let's see if I can be converted. I just don't like soft rock. Like soft alternative indie rock just doesn't appeal to me. I was much more into punk and ska, folk music, anything that had energy. From what I heard from Radiohead, I just wasn't getting that satisfaction through their music. Now I'm a little more mature. Maybe we can discover why Radiohead has maintained such a dedicated fan base. Oh man, MTV, where have you been all my life?
Being in a band turns you into a child and keeps you there. As a band, it's sort of like a club and you stick together. But there is a point where you actually do have to grow up.
This feels distinctly 90s. Being inside of a diner type place, plant just taking up an entire corner of the restaurant, clothing just being leather, and that 90s drip was given to me.
7-year-olds really, compared to what we're doing now, I think.
They're a bunch of idiots.
Tom York rocked a bleach blonde ponytail once. We all made sacrifices in the 90s. This is the Tom York look. Elegantly disheveled faux hawk, as you may say. This is what I consider like York prime.
We didn't know what was going on. We didn't have a clue what was happening.
Oh man, that's
and
wild.
So everything was just
holy crap. This guy wearing a pirate shirt over here. Look at that boy. Wide open and ready to play to the crowd.
But there are actually reasons for that. It affects me if, say, I have to have meetings with people, or if you can't concentrate when you're on stage, if you can't focus what you're doing, then it's a waste of time.
Assuming you're a fan, you would know Radiohead songs, and yet they're just playing the one song. Now it's blonde, no ponytail. Each member of the band looks like they're in a different band. He's in fucking Take 'Em Out Sunday. Yeah, this guy looks like he's in fucking Nirvana. All right, cuts. Cut. He looks like he's playing for Anthrax and Public Enemy after this.
Panic that our music was crap. Oh no, we're crap. Yeah, we still have that, I think, sometimes. But
very British. Oh no. Uh-oh. We make bad music. Whoopsie doodle. There's just such an elegance to the British when they're insecure. Americans go either one or two ways.
Fuck you, I'm a legend. It's gonna blow that right out your mouth when you listen to it.
Or
me, I'm a piece of shit. This is the worst thing you could ever listen to. Don't even bother listening to it.
Americans do tend to push it to extremes.
By the end of OK Computer, we just decided everything was, well, not crap, but like we could just see so many holes in it that we had to stop. Became so obsessed by the whole idea.
All right, let's watch some music videos. I need context. It's just so slow. This is what I don't get about Radiohead. What my hang-up is like the genre of music is just something that doesn't speak to me. I want a vocalist that pulls me into every word they say. That's not how you play Operation. If the red light beeps, you gotta stop. You stop, your turn's over. You don't get to keep poking around in her stomach. It's very creative for how low of a budget they have. I can give them that. 16 million views. Holy hell, and not one of them by me. Alright, this is some David Lynch shit. Okay. Now I'm intrigued. You show me the woods, there's a creepy dance going on. I'm sorry, but this sounds like the same fucking song I just listened to. Like when you put on an album, a Radiohead album, do you listen to it start to back? Like, is that the point, the full experience? Not trying to be facetious, because some bands, it's like I have the songs I like, and then the other songs are fine if they come up on a playlist or whatever. Or is Radiohead one of those bands where you're like, I want the full experience? Their music videos are weird, I'll give them that. I enjoy weirdness. Is there a chorus at some point? I like this. This is fun. All right, it's like Pink Floyd, soft rock. It has its place. I guess that's what the Brits enjoy. What I don't understand is that the Foo Fighters is a perfect example. The first single off of every Foo Fighters album is a hard rock, energetic song. One that fucking comes out, slaps you in the face, and makes you think, oh, the Foo Fighters still have it. Oh, Dave Grohl, he can still rock the on. I guess we should pick up that album. You get the Foo Fighters album and you realize that all their songs are more ballad driven, dreary music, and that their energetic songs are the outliers. I want a band where the ratio's opposite. I want like one slow song to every 7 fast songs is kind of the ratio I like.
The first record being done in 3 weeks when we didn't know what we were doing.
3 weeks? Is that okay, computer? They recorded it in 3 weeks. 3 weeks is incredibly fast for a turnaround time on an entire album. It takes more than 3 weeks for me to be like singular song.
And yet having to live with it for 2.5, 3 years. Live with the consequences.
That's a good point. I can actually relate on that. I have music videos on my channel that I always consider just redoing the songs because I'm not happy with the mix, I'm not happy with the production on it, and I want to redo it. But then another part of me is also like, but that's that version of the song, and I need to just learn to live with the quality of work I'm putting out or push to put out better quality of work. I can only imagine how it feels when you have like a giant record and you're a huge band. That sounds like their first record, I'm assuming.
Just because we never expected anybody to buy it at all. We did it to learn. We didn't. It was just so odd.
Wow. Humble.
So I think we have a sort of manic.
Not sure if I heard anything manic in the music itself, but
I mean, almost to the point of extreme unhealthiness, really, of thinking everything we do is shit.
Fuck, I feel that, dude. Why do I have to see them wiping their nose?
Kind of live a life of constantly, can't wait to get home. And when you're home, you can't wait to go off on tour. And
it can be very tiring touring.
You can't introduce new characters 5 minutes in.
It's exhausting, and you can lose.
Sorry, Phil, Ed, and Colin.
In terms of,
for us, it's like when it's best when we're playing is when we're sort of in a sort of dream state anyway.
Okay, I can get that. If they're just like a vibe band, if they're just on stage vibing, and that's kind of what the music is about, like the entire crowd being in a collective trance and kind of elevating yourself above the music. I understand the euphoria that comes with singing a song that hits you so goddamn perfectly and just feeling the music through the floor, through the other bodies around you. This is some goosebump shit. Is this for the Haunted Mansion promotional? I like the combo of the electric guitar with like a 20 slide on it and the acoustic guitar. Closest to that genre that I get is probably Me Without You. But even this sounds like way too heavy. I guess there's Portugal the Man. Maybe it's the reverb that is losing me. It's when Tom sings in very where it's just flowing through the music. It's very pretty, but it just doesn't grab me.
I went to see Oasis in the Verve at Earl's Court about a month ago, and it's
Oasis transmit a very different kind.
I don't get Oasis either. Oasis is apparently like really important. Wonderwall, fun song to sing. Nothing beyond that.
One of our strengths and also one of our great weaknesses. Emotional honesty, you know, when you...
You know, it's one of our strengths. It's one of our weaknesses. We're just too honest, man. We're just too fucking real.
can tell when Radiohead aren't doing a great gig or when they are doing a good gig.
I mean, that's true. You can tell when you're bombing.
You know, we're not going to bullshit the audience.
Were you saying that Oasis does bullshit? Was that a slight jab? Is that distortion I hear? This is a weird like time vortex where it's like the 70s is being filtered through the 90s and it's 2021 right now. It's there's weird layers. I do the 3 electric guitarists get the 3 main stage positions, and then the bassist has a fucking slummet in the back. What is with that? Where's my baby? Respect your basses, okay? Oh shit. Okay. Jamming out a little. I like Tom playing guitar. It's less awkward than him holding the microphone. Or he seems more comfortable playing guitar. I like this song. This song's a lot better than the other ones. My heart might start racing soon. I'm sorry, what? I was really on board for this song. What's happening? I complimented them. I said I was into a song. I was enjoying it. And then they went and did this shit. That's not my fault for not liking it. Now, doing something like that could work. If you're the greatest band in the world, Pavement, here's a little social contract I'm making with you out there. If I'm listening to Radiohead, then every single person that watches this video has to listen to Pavement. Okay, here's a little taste. I'm just a boy with a new haircut, and that's a pretty nice haircut. Here it is.
We're back. My next guests are here to perform a song from their new album, Brighten the Corners. And they'll be appearing this Sunday as a part of the big Tibetan Freedom Concert on Randall's Island right here in New York City. Please welcome Pavement.
To wiggle when they walk. The infrastructure rots and the owners hate the jocks. With the agents and the dates, if the signatures are checked, you just have to wait for counting up the instance.
I love it because it just feels like they're fucking trolling this entire performance, and it's so funny.
The biggest battle I have at the moment is to persuade people that a lot of the lyrics I write are very funny.
You gotta know, man, that the presentation isn't funny. The presentation is dour, darkly ironic. I would love to hear it.
But Paranoid Android is definitely a joke. You can't possibly take that song completely seriously, unless, of course, you're a critic.
Radiohead, Paranoid Android. Like, I get it from watching the video that there's something comedic happening. 29 million, god damn. They're a fucking juggernaut. I did not realize this band was so big. And I'm probably making myself look pretty fucking dumb and losing all musical credibility by making this video. I think it's important to be honest with your musical holes and then try to like be open-minded. I'm talking a lot of shit. I get it. Let's see if this one gives me a little more insight.
Prior to recording the new album, Radiohead toured Europe in a tent. This film includes clips from one of their London concerts, together with a rare interview with singer Tom York. What happened when you came back from the OK Computer tour?
It was a mess.
So important. It's very important. If this is fair for me to say, the presentation the news media gives Radiohead turns me off from them. The question, the vocals in the back, you can hear, hey, what is it about? The close-ups, it just seems pretentious in that it's like, it's a band. Just interview the band. Just interview the band. Just sit the band down and interview them. Even if it's a documentary, I'm not really getting anything about them from this close-up. Do you see an oi? It's an oi.
Didn't really have that.
Can we back
much to hold on to, really.
Can we back up? Can we back?
2 years writing block. Writing stuff, throwing it away. It's like losing someone you love.
I'm really glad the cameraman is learning the zoom feature, but maybe they should have practiced it before the interview.
Just had lots of ideas, half-formed ideas, and hoped that some of them would see themselves through. You did a great tour with it. We did a lot of touring, yeah. We did a lot of touring. Did that burn you out, personally? Oh, yeah. I was finished when we did Glastonbury.
Nice.
And then a year and a half later, we were still going. Go and flog yourselves to death, make the most of it. No.
Damn. He does not seem happy
it was,
about
it. Unwise. Do you understand why an album like OK Computer, people are very attached to it, I mean? Yeah, I understand. I obviously can't listen to it. But
you can't?
Well, no, I can't. I mean, I had to listen to it to try and remember the songs.
But also, dude, like, it's your record. It's popular, huh? Can't even listen to it anymore. It hurts too much. It's whoo.
I think once you finish the record, like, you have all the power and the emotions of doing it as you're doing it. And when it's finished, that's over. That's it. You know, it's very difficult then to be able to connect with it because it's other people's property. And that's a good thing. That's how it's supposed to be.
It sounds like either he's unhappy with the producer or he's unhappy with the reception, which would explain why he likes playing it live, because when it's live, it's directly connected to him, and he's the ownership of the voice and the chords and everything he's playing in that moment. But once it's on an album, can you just hope that the person mixed you well, that all the songs are placed in a way that makes the best listening experience? So it's kind of out of your hands, especially if you're a tiny little band and you only have 3 weeks. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do?
And you were considered one of the greatest rock bands in 1997. Well, God help us if we fucking were, because you know, as far as we were concerned, being called a rock band was a bit of a nightmare, really. Why? Because it sucks. Fucking rock music sucks, man. I hate it.
Do you see the arrogance? I don't really like soft rock. It doesn't really speak to me. I can't really get into it, but I don't go, because fucking rubbish. It's like, I mean, there's good and there's bad. It's every genre. No, rock's on the radio. Our radio's on our fucking head, mate.
I'm just so fucking bored of it. I hate it. It's a fucking waste of time. It's like, it's not really the music.
I take it Radiohead never toured with Nickelback. There was no Nickelback Radiohead tour. Kroger in York, I would have been in for it.
What I'm talking about is all the mythology that goes with it. I have a real fucking problem with that. I have a real problem with the idea that you have to tour yourself stupid. And
the professional rock band, he doesn't like being a touring rock band. He's an artist.
Like if you're an artist like Rothko and you choose to kill yourself. And not only that, it destroys the work. And all the adults see is this poor sod who killed himself.
That's an interesting point on how, like, the artists can color a work of art. Lily Wachowski and Lana Wachowski talking about The Matrix being an allegory for trans. Well, that's not how it was taken. Red-pilled alpha motherfuckers watch that movie and go, hell yeah, buddy, let's wake the fuck up. Let's fucking see reality, mother. We can also consume it on its intentions. I can look at a Van Gogh painting and try to imagine what he was trying to say with it at the time and not necessarily go, oh, look, this crazy motherfucker. All you can do is represent your case for your own work and hope that people either see your side and accept it as their own interpretations, or they just use it to inform whatever interpretations they're creating.
Lots of positive sides of your OK Computer. Yeah, initially the positive stuff was great initially. Yeah, I agree. But then it just went wrong up there, I don't know.
Thank you for panning to his head. I wouldn't have understood what he was talking about.
Because I use music to move on, to progress through life. So when I lost that, I lost the ability to progress.
People use music differently. I use music, and I think music's really important to capture moments. It can be therapeutic. It can help you process your life, process emotions. But I also think it's important to remember that pain, to remember those pockets of emotion so you can learn and you can grow past it. This seems like a very selfish way of looking at his own music. Just play songs by yourself in your room.
It just didn't do it for me.
He just seems really bitter on and regretful during it. And this is a really sluggish fucking interview. Band ever, full stop. A lot of people saying that like it describes their connection with Radiohead. So what do I say? What can I say? Radiohead is a highly respected and beloved band with its sorrowful songwriting, its impassioned production, musical qualities that cut into the very fabric of people. If it doesn't hit those emotional receptors, if it doesn't hit that emotional part of your brain, I see people praising it and describing this band as like the single reason music even exists. It's tough to comprehend that when you don't have that emotional connection to it. Where my favorite bands just instantly connect, and every single song hits a note that I would want them to hit. I think it's horribly reductive to say this sucks, this is trash, this is bad, oh, rock music is bad. I think that's reductive. I think all genres are valid. How can you articulate the things about it that you enjoy? And if someone feels like they're attacking our musical tastes, a band that saved our lives, it hurts us down to our core. We have a very emotional response because the band is a very emotional band. Try not to be dismissive of anyone's musical taste and try to discover further and go, hey, okay, so what parts of this band do you like? What parts of this band do you enjoy? Ben, I hope you don't mind me using our conversation on video. I honestly think Radiohead have had a bigger impact on global music than any other band. They have such a perfect career trajectory, using the success of their early work to branch out into experimental sounds that everyone would ignore if they weren't already well known. The early stuff is therefore more conventional. It's the stuff that is on their top 10 Spotify. Anyways, here are 3 songs from different points of their discography. No surprises, good sample of the pinnacle of their early work. Not Rocky, It's What a Wonderful World about suicide, the high tempo song from Kid A, and Weird Fishes, a more recent, deeper cut. Although seriously, you should consider listening to each album chronologically and recording your reaction. Music is obviously subjective, but there's definitely a reason that OK Computer, Kid A are considered masterpieces while completely differing from one another. Let's start with the first one. I'll listen to them and I'll give you my honest opinions. That was definitely one of the better ones out of the songs I've heard so far. Though I can't help but feel like it could be a 2-minute punk song. 1997 was a little before the big emo renaissance. There were some bands in the scene. Jawbreaker. Did American Football Okay, that album came out in 1997, same year. Now, American Football, they're fucking soft as hell. And that's fine. That has its place. It's good to chill out. It feels like Radiohead really likes to draw things out. With a song like this, where it is about suicide and there is suicidal ideation going on in the song itself, a handshake, a carbon monoxide, I think that's pretty easy to take. There could be an argument that the music could actually support the theming of the song. Oh man, there's so many lyrics to this one. I hope it's not a 5-minute song. God damn it. Maybe I just don't like his voice. Maybe that's my problem. I just really dislike Tom York's voice. Maybe I favor like tight singing more. Another 5-minute song. God damn it. I guess after listening to these, my hang up honestly just comes down to the voice and kind of his attitude that was not his best optics in that interview. I feel a little bratty, a little bit of a rock star, but that's 2001. I'm not going to hold comments he made in 2001 against who they are as a band and the impact that they have. I hope that it illustrates maybe the pushback that I have from getting into them. The musical qualities, while pleasant, isn't anything I really want to listen to on a daily basis, and his voice sort of kills anything that I start to enjoy about the music itself. I don't think you should ever be put down for liking a band. I know they're not just creep. I know they aren't. If you have any Radiohead suggestions, please throw them below. I'm Grayson Todd. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this. Stay sweaty, listen to some good shit, and I will talk to y'all later. Toodles.